Welcome in, everybody, back to another episode of Nintendo Rewind. My name is Cody Christian, aka NerdXD, and I'm joined by the Super Nintendo Dad himself, Chris Becker. We're rewinding and recapping last week for Nintendo, talking about actually like 3 different topics tonight of stuff that is important to talk about that has hit. But if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Say hey. We'll wave at you. We'll call you out. We'll say hey back. And if you're watching on Twitch, know you're our favorite child ever. But that being said, Christopher, how are you doing tonight, my good sir?
Hello, people of Earth. Hello. I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I asked you first. What have you gotten into? I'm doing good otherwise, though.
What have I gotten into? Listen, don't even get me started. Okay? Let me ask you a question.
I'd rather get you started. I want to get you started, but go ahead, ask me a question.
Okay, get me started then. What do you? I mean, I don't know.
No. I'm gonna start you up like a chainsaw. Just be yanking that cable. Wait,
Well,
no, hold on. Whoops, wrong show.
Quit beating on my cable. Here's what I'll say. Okay, now that we're already here, so I might as well just
say it. Say it.
I can't say it.
Thank
I can't
you.
say it.
Do I got to beep? Do I have to preemptively beep?
Yeah, just hold down the beep for 5 seconds. Golly gee willikers.
Oh man, I can't believe you curse like that on this show.
I know. Well, I didn't want to say it, but listen, before we got on the phone, I don't want to get into it because it's a little personal, but I got into a heated argument right before we started. And now here I am.
I hope that heated argument was positive and encouraging.
Listen, when is it not? When is it not? Nothing like nothing like I had some chocolate milk, okay?
Okay.
Let me just say this, okay? Hold on. Let me bring the microphone a little bit closer.
Bring it as close as you can, baby.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me put it in my mouth. Let me just keep that. I had some chocolate milk, but when I have I usually, I don't have any strawberry milk on me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any strawberry milk mix. I don't have any strawberry milk. I just don't have it, and it really makes me sad because I like I like strawberry milk when I'm gonna cry. But how are you doing?
Have you ever considered that the villains in most movies and TV shows all drink milk?
They drink milk?
Yes, dude. No Country for Old Men. The antagonist of Clockwork Orange. Homelander, like they all drink milk. They're all bad guys. What is? Do you ever internalize how that makes you as a not bad guy but drinking milk feel?
How many
Sierra,
children,
please, in the live chat says, who did you have a heated argument with in the 0.2 seconds? And also, if you're about to say children drink milk, they're all villains. All children are villains. Like, there's no getting around it. They drink milk. They're evil. That's just how they are.
What is the 0.2 seconds? What's the 0.2 seconds? Like before we started, you mean?
I'm assuming she means the 0.2 seconds between you talking to her and then getting into the podcast.
The call with you?
Yeah. She wanted to know who you got into a heated argument with.
None of her business. No.
Clearly it was her. Oh, man.
No, we didn't get into an argument. We just tussled. It wasn't that heated. We just
tussled,
punched each other.
Mm-hmm.
Consensually. But what's the best thing you ate this week? Talk to me. Tell me.
I don't even remember eating, I'm gonna be honest. It's been so busy this week. Like, no crap, very busy. We were trying to get things ready for my wife's sessions on Saturday because we're coming out of Christmas season, and we've been playing a little catch up because when Christmas season happens, it's like right at the tail end of her other busy seasons. And so, like, stuff just gets backed up and thrown into a corner and gets in disarray. So we spent, like, a few days last week trying to straighten up her studio and get it ready to go for sessions on this past Saturday. But on top of all of that, we finally decided to start swapping out the kids' rooms. And so Lando and Trip are no longer going to share a room. Lando's getting his own room. And I have been nonstop purging toys and art supplies and clothes and old school stuff and books and everything. And then to kind of, you know, complicate it even further, it's been I needed to do touch-up paint jobs because I found holes in the wall that my child had decided to peel paint off of. I found marks all over the wall from, I mean, it's not like I didn't see the marks, but you know, hey, But I found markers all over the wall that I needed to paint over. I needed to build furniture. I needed to heavily mop before I built furniture, like heavily clean, get all the dust out of everywhere, because it was just one of those things where it was like, okay, well, this is their living space. They destroy it. It's normal. But it's kind of like they're starting over and they're getting their own rooms and their own spaces and they want it clean before they move into it. Lando, I think, cares less. Trip immediately was like, I got ground rules, Lando, as soon as he got his room.
Yeah.
So, but, that being said, like, my wife's chicken and rice bowl, like, that was really good. Like, to answer your actual question. But, it's just, what about you? What was your best thing you ate this week?
Well, I decided to change it up a little bit in the sense that I was like, well, I don't know what I want to eat tonight. And I was like, I want to eat something, but I don't know what. And so I asked a friend of mine, and they suggested, they were like, what about this? What if you just cut up some chicken and then get some buffalo sauce on it, and then take one of the, the Velveeta shell.
I almost had a catastrophe in here. I almost knocked over my light and everything, moving my hands around. I was trying to find a picture of this chicken and rice bowl, but the closest thing I could find was something like this.
Something like what?
I'm sharing the photo on the screen. Something like what? I couldn't find a picture of it.
That's what it looks like?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
Is that like enough. A live image of it, or is that just what?
No, that's just someone else's photo. And like, Courtney doesn't document her food well enough, and I eat it before I get the chance to photograph it. So like...
Yeah. Well, I'm quite mysterious. Right? I mean, that's one thing known about me. Yeah. Normally I'm mysterious, but a lot of times I will take photos of what I'm eating. But what I did, so my friend was like, why don't you go ahead, get the chicken, cut it up, put some buffalo sauce on it, and then put it in, mix the cut up buffalo chicken with the Velveeta shells, the mac and cheese.
I mean, it's basically a chicken mac meal at that point. Buffalo chicken mac meal. That sounds great.
Yeah, it was very good. It was so good. I've had it twice this week so far.
Heck yes.
I say so far.
So good you had to go back to the trough twice. Yeah, I'm with you though. Like that's what so tonight for dinner we got Slim Chickens, which is like this I mean they're going a little more national, but it used to be more of a local like chicken place that you could go to. And I had a Tender Mac bowl meal tonight for dinner, so like I'm with you. Sierra, please. You mean brownie pudding wasn't the best thing you had this week?
Okay. You know what? Let's talk about that for a second. And okay, so we made brownie pudding, and there was like all the TikTok videos about it and making brownie pudding. It's going to be great. It's going to be marvelous. And I was like, okay, this is going to be good. I was looking forward to making it. I think part of the issue is we talked about making it together for like, I don't know, like I think it was like at least 2 weeks. What is this?
Brownie pudding?
Brownie pudding?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is brownie pudding, right? This is what it looks like.
This is my wife's chicken and rice bowl also, by the way. This is our chicken and rice bowl. It's much better.
Okay.
It's now so much better. But anyway, let's go back to the brownie pudding. Keep this.
So we made the brownie pudding, and we both made it together, right? Well, we weren't actually together. She was at her house, I was at mine, and we made it. And let me tell you something. After we made it We let it sit for a little while, came back, and we were like, all right, let's go ahead. Let's do it. We're going to cut it open, because they always show the thing like in the videos. You can hear them smacking it and cracking it. And then like I even created like you're supposed to put it in the pan, right? And then you got to add the water to it. I did all that. And then it was supposed to be like hard, like crack the top. And then afterwards, you're supposed to be able to pop it, push down against it. It's going to crack open and it's going to be pudding inside. Let me tell you something.
That's just uncooked batter is what that is. It's not pudding. It's just uncooked batter. This is the second version my wife sent of the chicken rice bowl, but her chicken rice bowls now are so much better than that one. Like I like the first one that she sent. It's a lot better. Cooks for an hour. In what world does that need to cook for an hour? Why does it cook for an hour? Holy cow! And it doesn't even get cooked.
Well, I think it's at like 325, and in the water. It's in the water bath.
Thank you, Nettist. Shout out, Nettist.
And it didn't quite turn out the same. My dad tried some.
What did he say? What did David say?
He said,
did you tell him Sierra recommended this recipe?
No. He was, I think he was downstairs when I started it, and then he went up to bed.
So he didn't even get to try it. The first day,
the moment
it came out the oven.
First night, the next day he tried it. Well, I didn't have it right after the oven either. I was busy.
Maybe that's the problem. You let it like kind of cook itself a little bit too far by not having it right out the oven.
No, well,
that could be the case.
Well, listen, there's no way of knowing.
There's no way. Okay? We can't repeat the process again. Thank you for trying, though. And who else we need to thank?
Before you thank anybody. Why does chicken pot pie take an hour to cook in the oven, but 8 minutes in the microwave? What's happening in the microwave?
Well,
what are they doing in there?
So the difference between the way microwaves cook and the way an oven cooks with radiant heat on the outside, radiating the outside to the inside. Microwaves penetrate and go to the core. That's why, like, the core of things will be significantly hotter when you pull them out of the microwave than the outside. Cody, don't PMO? What does PMO mean? Let's go look up. What's
Piss
PMO?
me off.
What? I'm just giving an actual answer. It's just how it does. Thank you, dude. Thank you for backing me up. Show them. You sent another picture? What is this episode tonight? Oh, yeah. I did have.
Insert text.
I did have a new nephew today. Well, I didn't have him. My sister-in-law
did. Oh, you did? Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. New mom, me, and new mom, Cody. So we affectionately call him Leg, based on his initials. I won't share his actual name for doxing purposes, but that's our new nephew. Welcome, Leg.
He looks like a leg.
Thank you, Nettist, for the congratulations. And thank you to these wonderful supporters and producers from over at NintendoRewind.com. Listen, if you'd like to support all things Nintendo Rewind and keep our show going and the lights on around here, not around him. I just read my wife's message. Around my nephew, if you want to keep those lights on, you can do so by going to NintendoRewind.com and signing up to support the show. And if you can't support, maybe buy a shirt or maybe, just do a one-time donation. You can do that. That being said, I want to shout out our wonderful, amazing, generous producers and supporters from over at NintendoRewind.com. Calamity Nolan, Sierra Christian, Kiatic, and Mnemonic Man. Before we dive into the main topics tonight, I did come up with a new game. I came up with a new game. I didn't really come up with it. I didn't invent it. I saw it floating around on the internet.
You delivered a baby like, and
and invented a game.
Came up with a game.
Look at me go. But I saw this game and I was like, you know what? We could put a spin on this. We could put a spin on this in a very Nintendo way. So, what the game is normally called is like something like Tower of Nerds or John's Next Guest or you know, there's a few different names for it. But to explain it as best as I possibly can, I should have asked someone out there to give me a better explanation on this. But to explain it, okay? We each pick a category. Neither of us know each other's category. We have 4 guesses. My apologies. 4 characters. See, this is why I needed somebody else to explain it. We can guess. Once we have 4 characters, we need to try to guess the category that the other is thinking of. I have my category. Chris, do you have your category?
Let me pick one. Yeah,
you know I have your category? Okay, I told you about this last night. Prepare for the show. No, it's all good. But seeing as how I decided to do this game and spring it on you last night, what I'm going to ask is that you go ahead. You get to guess first.
Okay. I get to guess first?
Mm-hmm. You get to guess a character first.
Mario.
You don't get Mario.
Well, what the heck?
I am going to guess. I'm going to guess Link from Legend of Zelda.
Which Legend of Zelda?
It's that specific?
It's that specific, please.
From Wind Waker. Toon Link.
You know what? I'll give it to you. Yes,
I get Toon Link. Okay,
you get Toon Link from Wind Waker.
Okay, so I get Toon Link, but specifically from Wind Waker.
Yeah, you get Wind Waker.
Not from not from. Just to clarify, and it's not an extra guess. So this is just like Toon Link from Smash would not count, even though he's the same character essentially.
Which Smash Brothers?
Any Smash Bros. Toon Link is in. What do you mean? Never mind. Let's not clarify any further. You go ahead and do your next guess, my good sir.
Yeah. You would also get Toon Link for Smash Brothers.
Okay.
So you can pick. Which one do you want?
I mean, I just wrote down Toon Link Wind Waker. Like, it's fine.
Okay, it's fine. It's good enough. Just know you have both of them.
Thank you.
Little Mac.
You do not get Little Mac. I am going to guess.
Okay.
I'm going to guess Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur. Who the heck's that?
He's the first Pokemon in the Pokedex. He's the little green one. He's my favorite Pokemon. Listen.
Yeah,
Bulbasaur.
You know what? Yeah, you get him.
I get Bulbasaur? Okay.
Yeah, you can get Bulbasaur. Yeah.
Okay. Who do you guess now?
Fox McCloud.
You do not get Fox McCloud.
Okay. Well, that's pretty
That's pretty messed up.
That's pretty messed up of you. Yeah.
I can't help it. You can't have it. He wouldn't fit on your team. All right. I am going to guess. I'm going to guess Luigi.
Yeah, you get Luigi.
I think I know already. You
think you know? What is it?
I think I know. I need to get my extra character before I make my guess, but I think I know.
Because I'll tell you what, if you know, let me know, okay? Because I'm still trying to figure it out. What about Bowser?
1 second. I think you would not get him, but I want to clarify. I tell you what, I will give you a Bowser, but I'll be specific. From Mario Maker.
What? It's what? Mario Maker Bowser?
Mm-hmm.
Which version?
It could spoil the category if I tell you exactly which version, but Super Mario Maker 1 or 2. He has a power up, I'll just say. Okay? But you can have Bowser.
All right, well, thanks.
Bowser with a power up.
That. Yeah, I'll take it. All right, go.
All right.
We don't have
I
all night.
am going to guess. Let me see here. I'm trying to think of another character. I am going to go with. Trying to think.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Somebody start the clock. You're taking too long.
Listen. Let my man think. I'm gonna go with Yoshi.
I've already let you think. Yeah. Well, which Yoshi?
Green Yoshi.
I'll allow it. Yeah,
Okay.
you can have them.
Okay. So I have my 4. Four, and I think I know
have
my
your
category.
4. I don't think I got random Bowser from. Is this like the time when you said
I've got to give you.
Master Hand is playable?
No. I've got to give you 2 hint characters now to help you guess my category. No, don't leave. Hang on. I'm telling you your 2 hint characters. Hang on. So your 2 hint characters to help you with this.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 is going to be Falco Lombardi.
Knock it off. Falco Lombardi. Is it from Mario Maker?
No, Falco not from Mario Maker. And the other one is going to be Pit from Kid Icarus. Now, you can guess one more. It is now your turn to guess.
What's that? What's that lady's name from Kid Icarus Uprising?
Palutena? Is that her?
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're not really helping me feel very confident about this pick when you're trying to look her up.
I'm making sure.
But her.
I lean toward no. I lean toward you would not get her.
Okay, that's fine. Just keep her to yourself. Then.
I don't think you would get her.
What's yours?
All right. So I think my category is Nintendo characters who are green. Or who wear green.
Now, I would. Okay, so I would say that's a good guess, but you're 1,000% wrong.
I'm not right? Okay, yeah. Holy crap. Okay, well, that... I thought for sure I had Toon Link, I had Bulbasaur, I had Luigi, and I had Yoshi. And that was like my mindset, what I was going down. Like, I was like, okay, this is a green character, right? No, it wasn't a green character. Holy crap, okay.
Minus 1,000 points.
Yeah, minus 1,000 points if we had a point system.
Listen.
I'm listening.
All right. So now I have to make a guess.
Yeah, you get another guess for a character to help you build out your thing, or you can try to guess the category.
Can I just say characters that fly?
Let me ask you to be a little more specific. How do they fly?
What do you mean? How do they fly?
How do they fly?
How do you fly?
In an airplane.
No, but they fly on their own.
With what?
Probably wings.
Yes! Bing, bing, bing! All right. Chris, you beat me. It was characters with wings. So when you said characters that fly, I was like, I kind of have to give that to you, to an extent. But okay, so can you give me 2 hint characters since I failed now? Falco's arms are wings, Ned. Falco's whole arms are wings.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll give you 2 characters.
Yeah, give me 2 characters that would fit that category.
Little Mac from Punch Out on the Wii, and just confuse it a little more, I'll also give you King Hippo from Punch Out on the Wii.
Is this
2 more characters?
Characters that have a remake, and this is my final guess. You'll have to give me the thing.
No, there's not.
What is it?
It's characters on box art.
So broad. Characters on box art. I don't know if Bulbasaur's actually ever been on box art, has he?
Yeah, he was on Smash Bros. Ultimate box art.
Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to know that? I was like, characters with wings. You're like, characters that have been on box art, which is pretty much every Nintendo character ever. God.
Sierra says, King Hippo is new to me. I have King Hippo tattooed on my arm.
King Hippo is a
Tell her that
classic.
she already doesn't like most things about me to keep talking to me, but I
Oh man, Cody needs to Google Falco Lombardi shirtless. I'm almost afraid. I'm gonna do it live on stream right now. You guys will get my raw visceral reaction before I show. Oh my god, those are wings. Look at these. Look at this. Hang on. I'm gonna find the most safe for work photo.
You do that.
Link.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring up the picture of. I'm gonna bring up the picture of
wings.
What's wings?
His arms are wings. I don't know why those shorts are so tight. Those are arms with hands. Listen, the man has feathers. He's feathered. He's a feathered friend. He's a bird. Those are wings. Like, they can't tell me those ain't wings. What the heck is going on here? Welcome in, Nerd Art. Welcome in, Team Mobile. Welcome in, I Am Tenderly. We just got done playing Tower of Nintendo Power. So thank you guys for sticking with us through that game show. It's probably one that we'll bring back because it's not like super long and invested like Guess That Character was. It was such a hard one to do. But we have a triple threat of Nintendo news coming at your faces. So stick tight. We'll see you right after this bumper. Tonight, we are tackling 3 of this week's hot topics in a triple threat showcase. Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Nintendo Switch 2 edition upgrades, plus the 3.0 edition update, Legos, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time set, and a newly leaked Nintendo Switch 2 model, possibly a Lite, question mark. We're going to kick it off with Animal Crossing and my impressions of Animal Crossing from this past week. It came out on Friday, if I'm not mistaken, maybe Thursday. Well, it was Thursday. I'm saying Friday, but I didn't get the chance to play it until Friday. But Here's what I will say about the Animal Crossing New Horizons Nintendo Switch 2 edition and the free 3.0 update. So I've kind of got this broken down into 3 categories. What I've liked, well, technically 4 categories. What I've liked, what I've disliked, what is ... just fine, and what I've yet to experience in this. So I'm going to start with what I liked about this update. And it's going to be a mishmash of the 3.0 stuff as well as the Switch 2 update. But I'm going to cover the Switch 2 update first. Honestly, the resolution bump is kind of the biggest selling point for me. Everything got an in-smoothening. The 3.0 update did do some stuff for handheld mode players on Nintendo Switch 2 as well. But with this paid update, you get a full 4K resolution whenever it's docked, and it's really pretty. I mean, the game's always been a good looking game ultimately, but when you start zooming in on those pixels, you start to see some of those edges not really kind of holding up at a 720p resolution. Mouse controls for designs, which they're kind of showing on the screen right now, and redecorating are a good addition. I'll have more to say on that here in a moment, but I like being able to move my furniture around in the rooms, and I like being able to do the designs. Loading times seem better, but this game is so slow paced. Honestly, it's so impossible for me to tell if it's any better or not, because you get stuck in a dialogue box immediately as soon as you come into the game. So it's really hard to tell whether or not loading times are significantly better. Movement for more precise placement of items and terraforming is really cool. They added like an ability to kind of like to be able to strafe. So if you hold the L button on your controller, you can slide to the left, you can slide to the right, you can do the Cupid shuffle while you're rolling out here. But it's really good for precise placement of items, precise terraforming. You don't have to fight so much with that movement. And this is free in the 3.0 update. And then multi-crafting, 10 items at a time, which honestly, I should just be able to select an amount and not be limited on that. But the 10 items at a time does make making bait and several other things, especially if you've got a lot of specific items that you're wanting to make at once, a lot better. What I've disliked, so it's still 30 frames per second. I expected it to get like a 60 frame per second upgrade, but it's still 30 frames per second, and that was surprising. The mouse controls, here's where we kind of go back to that. The mouse controls are still a little lackluster because I have to use the face buttons whenever I am using mouse controls. So if I want to select something in the inventory screen, you have to use your joystick and then press your A button instead of just being able to drag your mouse over to the item box and use one of the shoulder buttons to click on it. So that's a little frustrating. That's why I'm like, mouse controls partially good, but the actual like interface is what kind of drags that down. So it just kind of makes it mediocre at best. And this hotel, dude, I'm not the biggest fan of Happy Home Paradise. I barely have the ability to feng shui my own home in game. And I don't want to go and like feng shui rooms to make tourists really like their stuff. I appreciate that it's here. And Happy Home Paradise is already in the game. This is kind of like a light version of that that's free to everybody. But it's just not really my jam. And that's just kind of like side content that I don't need. I'm being told to shush. I'm being told to shush in the live chat. And then my final thought on what I've disliked is Resetti is too dang expensive. So he was a new addition to this 3.0 update. They brought him back. Used to be he would chastise you for forgetting to save your game. Now he has a specific ability that he can do, which is kind of clear your island. And you can select like portions of your island or the whole island, tell him what you want picked up, items, weeds, flowers. But it is 60,000 bells. He's too dang expensive. And with me kind of just getting to a point where I'm restarting my island again because I forgot to save my island whenever I originally had it, 60,000 bells is a lot to a new player back into that game. So it hurts. It hurts. It does sound like broke talk. You're right, Ned. It's in the live chat. But that's what I disliked. Now, what is just fine? The megaphone. It's buggy. Maybe it's my accent, but I literally feel like I could fart into the microphone and freaking Cap'n would be like, yeah, what's up? Exactly. Yeah, he would say that. He'd say, what? But like, I can say someone's name and another villager will respond for them. And again, maybe it's my accent, but I fully believe it is not. And that this case, I've seen so many clips floating around on TikTok of people just like trying to get other villagers' attention and them not responding to them and a different villager responding. And then finally, what I've yet to experience, because again, this is just kind of like my own personal impressions. I haven't been able to find 12 friends that I want on my island. That's a chore in and of itself. I don't know that I have 12 active actual friends who would play Animal Crossing with me, let alone 12 active actual friends in real life would play a video game with me. But I have 2 who would come for sure, and one is Susie and one is Tenderly out there. I know they'd come to my island if I opened it up. But I just haven't had the chance to experience having that many people on. I have seen videos of people coming, and you literally have to sit through that. You have to sit through that freaking cutscene of the airplane flying over. Both people do every single time a person comes to visit your island. And that is so time consuming. And then the other thing that they added into this that I haven't yet gotten to experience are the Slumber Islands, which are new islands that you can get your friends together, you can create, and it's pretty much like creative mode for Animal Crossing. So I just I haven't had the chance to experience that, mainly because I've still just been kind of working on everything else, and plus life was incredibly busy this week. But what kind of questions do you have for me, Chris? Those are kind of my initial thoughts. Realistically, I give this update like probably a 6 or a 7, maybe 6, 7, because it's just it's not the best update. But it is enough to pique my interest to get me to go back to Animal Crossing if I wasn't already there. And I feel like for a lot of people, it's been enough to kind of initiate them getting back into Animal Crossing. Or if they've never been into it, get into it for the first time. So what kind of questions do you have, Chris?
Let me ask you this. So you've had the game.
Mm-hmm.
You've played it like, before when it was out.
Yep.
How... from what you've played on here, how does it feel, and how does it do you think it's something that you would want to end up playing significantly more because of the updates, or because a lot of it is like designing and things like that, it's just not quite for you?
I think part of it is that like it's exciting because there's a lot more people who are getting back into it because of this, and a lot of the reason that I didn't play it as much as I did before was because the community just wasn't there anymore. I mean, at least as far as people I knew that I liked to play with, right? So like it has inspired their interest to come back. Like I said, Tenderly's been doing some Animal Crossing streams on her stream the past couple of days, and so that's exciting for me. I like Animal Crossing quite a lot. I play Pocket Camp just about every day. But I don't know that this is going to be something as far as the update that's going to keep me motivated to keep playing. It's everything else that kind of surrounds Animal Crossing that already kind of existed. The extra stuff is nice, and I love having new stuff, and it has kind of spiced up the experience a little bit more, especially with the strafing movement and the mouse mode controls. But like at the same time, like those aren't my main motivators for playing this anymore. My main motivators are I just like Animal Crossing. So like it's just one of those things where I think it's a good update, but it's not going to be the motivator for people who have played this game for a significant period of time. I mean, like during the COVID apocalypse, I had close to 400 hours in that game alone, like during that time frame. So like I've put in a good amount of time into this game. I also haven't had the chance to experience the retro consoles. That was something else I'm just now seeing on the screen that I forgot to mention. Haven't had the chance to experience the retro consoles because they're locked behind doing something else. But I have seen a lot of the Lego stuff, and I've seen a lot of the Zelda stuff, and Tulin being in here is so cool. But I'm more excited by Minoru existing. So
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you played any of those retro games, but you haven't even gotten a chance to do it. What about like any of the amiibo stuff?
I have messed around with the amiibo stuff, but my village is full, or my island is full, so I can't actually invite them to stay. I can only invite them to come and hang out in my campgrounds. So it's just like, well, it's nice to see you. Maybe someday freaking this person will want to leave. Then I can actually invite you. There's Minoru. There's Minoru right there on the screen. She's adorable.
Beautiful. But yeah, I was just kind of curious about that. And then, did you try the mouse controls?
I did. I said they're kind of lackluster. Like, it's like they're almost there, but the reliance on using face buttons on the Joy-Con is extremely frustrating.
It as a mouse.
Yeah, kinda. Like it's not the most seamless experience, and that's been the case with every mouse mode control implementation that they've done. Is you still maybe need to use the joystick. You still maybe need to use the face buttons. And that controller is so thin. I mean, even with, I have the co-op's grip on it. Even with the co-op's grip, it's still incredibly thin. And to hold it down and try to hit those face buttons while you're also trying to precisely hit the buttons that are on the shoulders that would function like a mouse button is just not a pleasurable experience. And I'm someone with a grip on that controller that like feels like it is closer to a mouse than just the standard just holding the Joy-Con outside of itself. Use a mouse, bro. I mean, Keyword Saver may not be wrong in live chat for sure. May not be wrong at all.
But yeah, no, I played so much of it. That I don't know how much I would want to go and play more of it. Like, I don't have the Switch 2 yet, but I did get this already because I had credit on my account, so I just got the upgrade.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's $5. Like, what you get for the $5 is like I said, is a little lackluster. The mouse mode controls are just fine. The bump in resolution is amazing. Like, I actually really like that, and I'm willing to pay $5 for a bump in resolution. If that was all they gave me, I probably would have paid the $5 for that. Don't get any ideas, Nintendo. Stop it. I'm not your average consumer. But the hotel's not for me. Is that something that feels like it's for you? I know Tenderly out in the live chat said that is her thing, but like, is that something that you're interested in? Did you like Happy Home Paradise or Happy Home Designer?
No. If I could just like invite friends over to and like kind of tell them what I would like gladly, I would gladly go ahead and just pay someone in bells to come and design my house for me.
Yes.
I'd be 100%. Like, this is what I want it to look like. I want the upstairs to look like a vintage house. I want downstairs to look like the house from the movie Parasite. And I just would, and then I want the basement to look like a cool arcade.
I think some of the thing, I don't like the interior decorating side of this game. I've never really liked the interior decorating side of Animal Crossing, but I love the exterior decorating side of Animal Crossing. I like to build parks. I like to make neighborhoods happen. I like to make sure that my shops are on a main street. I like to do make my outside look really good. And I feel like I'm pretty good at that. Don't visit my island right now. I'm still in a construction zone. but I don't like the interior decorating side of it. It's the exterior decorating that thrills me. And when you put Happy Home Paradise or Happy Home Designer or the hotel in this, it's just something I'm not really going to go visit as much because I don't want to do that. I just want to decorate my island and be happy about it. See, now I've got the live people out there on my side again. So I finally figured out how to get them back. But so you don't know that you would really revisit this because of this update either. Like, this is not why you would go back. It's not a big enough draw for you.
No, I would go back and like if just to see other people's islands and what they're doing with it, and just to be able to say, oh yeah, I like to be able to. Oh
yeah, Kool-Aid Man rolling up in here.
Hey, what you got going on here?
Oh no, it's the trash man. It's the trash Kool-Aid Man.
It's the trash man.
What are you buying? This is what it kind of sounded like. You were
yeah, what are you throwing out? Got any recipes? Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, I would just like to check out what they got going on. Check out all the new items, like the Lego items and all that stuff too.
Right.
And do all that.
One of the things that was floated in the live chat was to just use a mouse. And I mean, that is an option, but then when you need the face buttons, you have to remove your hand from the regular mouse and then go grab the Joy-Con, and that's not any better either. So just to kind of throw that out there, it doesn't remove the need for the face buttons. And that's the thing that I need Nintendo to stop doing, is stop making, if you're going to incorporate mouse mode controls, stop making the face buttons required and find a way to map those mouse mode controls to the right bumper, left bumper kind of situation. So that's what I want Nintendo to fix about this, because it is literally like, somebody said it in it was Sakura. She said it in the live chat. It's like they don't understand how mice work. They've never used one, but they make video games. Like, you have to use a mouse for that.
Yeah. I mean, Mario Paint, you can hook up a literal mouse to play it. Yeah.
Netta says, what do you mean? Does your mouse not have thumb buttons? I mean, my mouse does have thumb buttons, but it's also shaped like a mouse, and I could use them on my computer, but not on my Nintendo Switch too. So like, that's the biggest. Yeah. That's the biggest back and forth.
Powered by cheese.
Yeah. But do you have any extra takeaways or any other questions for Zelda stuff before we move on to Lego Zelda?
No, don't.
All right. We're going to kind of dive into the next topic, which is...
Hold on. Before we get into that, I sent you a picture. That's my Punch-Out tattoo.
Oh, okay. Let me pull that up for the people
Pull
here.
it up. Pull it up.
This has been Cody and Chris react to different things on the
Cody pulls up photos.
There it is. There's that King Hippo getting punched right in that belly button.
Right, yeah.
What is the over here on the right? That's Splatoon, isn't it?
That's my Splatoon. Hold on. I have that as well. Let me I got that one first. Right?
Come on, I know you got it. I'm gonna pull it up for the people.
Yeah, I do have it. Thank you for asking. It took me a second to pull it up.
What's taking so long?
Well, because I had the thing. Yeah, I sent it already.
Yeah, you gotta give me a warning. Hang on, open link.
You said that.
I'm pulling it up for the people. Don't chastise me. So there we go. We got a Inkzuka rolling on here. You got this before the game came out, right? Like, is what you told me.
This was after the first test fire, but before the game released. Okay, so I got the line work done before the game released, and then I got the color put in. It was like the week after it came out. I was hoping
the color looks fresh.
I was hoping to get it the day, like it was supposed to be the week before it came out, and then I was going to go to Nintendo New York for the launch, but he was sick, so he had to push it back a week.
Oh man.
Yeah, not to be confused with that. We don't have to look at that one. That one could be just for you if you want, but That's a Batman with the shark repellent.
I'll save that one for next week. I'll pull it up next week for the people. Here's a teaser. Keep people coming back. Yeah. But yes, on the topic of Lego Zelda this week. So here's the thing. It looks like an Ocarina of Time set based on the final fight between Link and Ganondorf. It's launching March 1st for $129.99. They released this amazing trailer for it. But, quick question for you, Chris. How do you feel about this set? Are you excited for it? Does it get your jimmies going?
Well, I'll be honest. I was hoping, I like the set. But I was hoping for I know why they did this set because they, already had the other one with the tree. They already had this. Yep. But I would have really liked the final scene from Wind Waker. The final boss from Wind Waker. That would have been sick. But yeah, no, I like it. What about you?
I like the set.
What do you think of it?
Overall, let me see if I can pull up the promo photos. I had them pulled up, but I didn't leave them in the dock. But the photos from the actual set, it seems like it's a low amount of Lego, and maybe I'm just seeing this wrong. Here it is on the screen for everybody. It seems like a few amount of pieces. It's 1,003 pieces for $129.99. I think last week when we had talked about the Pokemon Trio set that was coming out, being 7. What the heck happened? The picture is gone.
We got a new follower.
That's probably what it was. No, here we go. But it was $750 or something like that, and then it ended up being I don't know, it was 4,000 pieces or something like that. This is 129 for 1,003, and it seems like a few, just not that many pieces. I like the Lego minifigs a lot. I like the little Navi. I like the way Princess Zelda looks. I like the way Link looks. I like the way Ganon looks. He looks cool on here too, like that. And then you get this big, almost Lego Bionicle style, Ganondorf. And that's really dope looking.
Imagine if that just came. That looks like a skin that you would get in Hyrule Warriors.
Right.
Just Lego.
Dude, that'd be sick.
They should do that. Lego Link in Hyrule Warriors if he moved that way.
I just am underwhelmed with the layout of the set. The scenery's it doesn't blow me away. It just doesn't blow me away, and the characters themselves look really cool, but the actual platform that they're on, it's a very cool display piece, but it just seems it's small and underwhelming for $129 dang dollars, dude.
I think I think my favorite one is probably still the Game Boy.
Yeah,
I like that question mark block, but I really like that Game Boy and the NES.
I got the Game Boy chilling back here, and I got the NES in storage right now, fully built. But
those are really cool.
I'm with you. Those are amazing sets. Those are really, really good and impressive. They're some cool little hidden details. If look back behind the Tower of Time there, you can see the Megaton hammer, and that's cool. But it's just I don't know, it's just so flat. 1,003 pieces for $129.99 is what comes in that box. But
right, but it's not that's outrageous compared to the Legend of Zelda, the other Legos. Legos are expensive. Lego sets are expensive.
It just feels, I don't know. Saki's mathing for us in the live chat to kind of tell us what that breakdown per piece was, which the Pokemon set was 9 cents per piece, which was a penny more per piece than what their standard going rate is. So I'm curious what this one's going to end up being, because I didn't do the math on it. That's 12 cents per piece, which is 4 cents more than the normal going rate on a Lego. On a Lego piece. 12 cents per piece. Holy crap.
But a lot of times with certain sets like this, you're paying for those minifigs of Link and Zelda.
Yeah. But I would like to have the minifigs on their own, but I like minifigs. Like they don't take up a ton of space.
Right.
You know, that my follow-up question, you know, just based on this price point, is this something that you're going to pick up? Because I can tell you, I'll answer first. I'm not going to pick this up. Like, I like Zelda, but I don't love Zelda, and to pay $129 for a set that I'm not like deeply in love with is hard for me to do.
No.
You feeling the same, or you feel a little bit differently about it?
I think I feel the same. You know what I would like them to do? Because I don't like Mario. I don't like I have the Mario set, the original, the first Mario set. I just don't like the big old chunky Mario.
Yeah.
But I would like the blind packs, you know, that they do sometimes, where they'll be like, they should do that for like every Smash Brothers character or something, and just have them in the blind bags.
Yeah, I would be down for that. I would like the Smash Bros roster in a blind box. You know what would be really cool is if they did like a Smash Bros character select screen that was like frames that you could put the minifigs inside of. That'd be sick. I'd pay money for that. Like that I would justify. But this,
and then you could get other sets that would give them in different put them in different colors. Yes. You know, so then you could have the different, like, change the look of them and then put them in there.
You could give them like the little hands with the chips in them, and you could kind of stick them on the outside of the frame, so it's like you're selecting your main character.
And then the master hand can move the selection.
Yes, and then you could play as master hand, and you'd know that at the point. I'm just giving you a hard time. But no, like I don't know. I'm not going to get this. I do have kind of like a follow-up question on all of this that doesn't really pertain to the Lego Zelda stuff, but does kind of pertain to the Lego Zelda stuff. Everybody's like always going, we want minifigs, not Lego Mario. I have the Lego Mario sitting back here on a shelf. I mean, I got Mario and then Luigi. And they are big and chunky, but everybody wants a minifig kind of style of Mario and Luigi. They don't want like the big like interactive character. I'm on the other opposite side of the spectrum. I like the fact that these guys talk. They have eyes, they have mouths, they react to light, they have gyrometers in them, or whatever you call it, a gyroscope in them that like detects their movement. I think that's super cool. So my question is why does Nintendo and Lego refuse to give Zelda the Lego Mario treatment? Because there was set on set that released for that, like tons of sets, and they gamified it a little bit. Why do you think they're not doing it with Zelda? Yeah,
because they had Peach, right? Peach, Donkey Kong, Luigi,
Donkey Kong was a Build-A-Figure. So he wasn't like a Lego Mario interactive character.
He wasn't like Mario.
Yeah. And they did a Bowser like Donkey Kong too, which is a Build-A-Figure as well. But they did Peach, Mario, and Luigi.
Yeah. And then they had the Ghost set for Luigi's Mansion.
Which is what I've got Luigi chilling in. Hang on, I'll go grab it. You keep regaling the chat.
Because he's definitely the way to go. Because when I have the Mario set, and I almost got the Luigi set just for the Luigi's Mansion set. That's dope.
The whole reason I bought that Luigi's Mansion set also was for Polterpup. Like I wanted Polterpup and Egad, and they were like little build-a-figures as well, but they look super cool. But the suit was an awesome addition. But I kind of want them to gamify this just as much, and maybe get as many of those sets as we've gotten out of Mario. And maybe I'm misunderstanding the audience here just a little bit, because like obviously the Lego Mario stuff is made for kids, right? Like I think we can all agree that's for kids' imagination land, and these Zelda sets are more for like the adult collector kind of situation. But I don't know, like my oldest son likes Zelda more than he likes Mario. Blasphemy in this house. I can't believe I made that. But he likes Zelda more than he likes Mario. And I think he would appreciate having like a Lego Link and a Lego Princess Zelda like thrown in here. I mean, heck, give me a Lego Tingle. So, you know, but I don't know. Like, I just want them to gamify Zelda just a little bit more, and they haven't really been doing that. But man, that trailer is pretty sweet that they released. I freaking love the way that trailer looks. Did you get the chance to see this?
For the what? This right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I ended up watching multiple times. What about you? Did you watch? Do you think? How do you think they make this?
Oh, it's stop motion, probably. I would imagine it's stop motion, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But how long do you think that something like that trailer would take to make?
I can't imagine that it's as long as like. I mean, it's probably just as it actually. Let me take it back. Let me backspace just a little bit. I think it is longer than it would take to pay an animator to animate it. I think it is longer than it would take to film real actors acting it out, and I think it is. I think it is a longer, drawn out process. But at the same time, like it's a 41-second clip. Like I mean, that was probably on average, 15 to 20 frames a second. So that's 20 photos per time. They're trying to pose everything, get their lighting right, do their editing, piece it all together. So, I mean, it can take some time still yet for 41 seconds of footage, but like it is, I think they had this ready months ago. We're working on this months ago. That's the reason we heard about the set getting leaked when we did, right?
Right. Yeah. And it also got a Lego, it got like a number. That's where we first got it, I think. And I think they probably had to do the number because they were working on the trailer for it.
Yep. And they have to submit everything to all their committees and everything.
Whoever,
so,
yeah.
But no, like
those molds take a while to make.
It looked awesome. But it just did not make me sell it. Netist, I want them to gamify Zelda more, bro. It's a video game series. I that's what I'm saying. The Legos have not gamified it as much as the video games have gamified Zelda. They could get it on par with the Lego Mario stuff. I fully believe it. We're gonna jump into what?
I'm going to ask you something. I'm going to do it.
Go for it.
And then I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. Have you ever heard of this where it's basically do it or die? Okay. Now you're going to have to do an impression of a character or you get shot in the head and you die. Donnie from the Wild Thornberries.
No, that's too low. You're dying. Yeah, you're dying.
That was Tasmanian. No, you don't have to be good at it. You just have to do it.
That's what he does. He's like, it's got to be higher. Yeah, you got to go higher. Okay, yeah, you can't.
Okay, hold on.
Hit me with it.
Nope.
You're gonna die.
Hold on, he wasn't ready. He's not ready. Hold on, he's still cooking. Hold on. Give me a second.
Tim Curry was the dad in that show as Nigel Thornberry. It was wonderful. There we go. We're getting closer. Okay. I believe in you. Let's chat about the leaked Switch 2 model that came out. So
let's do that then, I guess.
I'm going to save you just a second. So there was a user on Blue Sky that goes by the name dutesky.re. They posted, I think I've discovered something interesting, but I have no idea what it implies. On Nintendo's account portal, there's an unused model code under the name OSM. The Switch 2's model code is BEE. And the portal has images for each Switch model, and requesting OSM returns an image of a Switch 2. So note that, again, just to kind of reiterate here, that image that you guys can see on screen, that's the exact same image that is being used for the existing Switch 2 on the accounts portal. So here's the thing though. Nintendo oftentimes has multiple different like model numbers that are kind of floating around out there. Most of them pretty much all of them have seen the light of day. But that being said, like it feels a little bit early to start seeing like a new model number that's going that is attached to any kind of Nintendo Switch 2 project, right? So here's where I'm at with it. And I wanted to ask you kind of how you're feeling about it, where you land on the topic, but do you think Nintendo currently is planning to do a more I mean, if we look at the way the Switch Lite was, a more affordable version of the Switch, and do you think, as a follow-up question, if they do a more affordable version of the Switch, is it going to be a Switch 2 Lite that's like a portable only, cheaper, Joy-Cons don't come off kind of experience?
Yeah, I think they will do the Switch 2 Lite. They like to do the Lite version. I mean, since the DS, they've been doing the Lite version.
Yeah.
I think it's coming.
I mean, if you look back at like even Game Boy Advance, they had the Game Boy Micro, or even go back to the Game Boy, they had the Game Boy Pocket.
They had the Game Boy Pocket before they did the Game Boy Color, and then they did the the DS. The DS Lite, DS Lite X, or the DS XL, all of these.
Yep, Saki brings up the Wii Lite also, which was actually pretty cool. I forget what that was. It called the Wii Lite? I know what she's talking about. It was like a stripped down. It didn't have the have the Wi-Fi built into it. Yeah,
yeah, that was crazy. But what was it? Did it not have Wi-Fi? But it also, you needed a dangle to the dongle in order to do the what's it called?
What is it called?
The internet connection. Like you had to connect through an Ethernet port.
Yep.
Through the dongle. Yeah, I think they're going to do. This is what I think they're going to do. A Switch Lite. It's not going to have the OLED screen. I think it's just going to be a Switch Lite, no dock. Only, it's not going to have any Joy-Con that disconnect. So if they're not going to have mouse controls, I don't think it's going to have rumble. I think it'll just be a DS, or not a DS, a Switch Lite, but a Switch 2 Lite. And I think that's what it's going to be. It's a cheaper version. I don't know how much cheaper it's going to be. This thing might end up being like $350.
So obviously, like, RAM costs are going up, right? Nintendo had to make a statement on it saying that they, at the current time, they don't foresee this RAM price affecting the pricing structure that they currently have in place, which tells me that they're making a decent enough margin on these. They didn't need to raise it to $500, but they did it to us anyway. I digress. That's for the Mario Kart bundle. That's not fair to them to say $500. $450. Let's be fair. They're still charging an arm and a leg though. But $350 at that point still feels kind of egregious. Like, in terms of price point, that you get an Xbox Series S for that. I think you get, not that anyone's buying Xbox Series S's, but I'm just saying, like, you can get that, for that price point.
Right.
And I'm not saying it wouldn't be worth it. But what I am saying is, like, I don't know if we're going to see something along those lines, because you mentioned, like, the mouse mode controls will go away if that's the case.
Yeah.
The screen probably won't be any better. As a matter of fact, it'll be downgraded. You're not going to get the 120 hertz on that screen, most likely, because they're going to need a cheaper option. Like, the HD rumble goes away, which was normal. I mean, like, the Switch Lite, honestly, I had a Switch Lite and I played a lot of games on it, but I don't remember if it had rumble or not. I think they got rid of it on that model, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've held a Switch Lite. And so I don't know, like, it's not something I necessarily want, because it would be such a significant downgrade from what we currently have. And even what we currently have is still not on par with what it could be, right? Like, it could be better. I'm very happy with my console. Let me be clear. It's where I'm playing most of my games these days. But I feel like it still could be better. Now, here's the thing that I think, and something that Sakura mentioned in the live chat just a few messages ago. And she said she still wants a no screen version. And legitimately, going that route I could see them being able to do pretty much whatever they want and cutting cost dramatically. If they did a dedicated home console version of it built into the dock and just have it be a box on your cabinet, on your TV stand, on your wall if you're mounting it. And then they make their money on Joy-Cons, they make their money on Pro controllers, they make their money on their games still yet. But having all of the tech that's kind of in the middle of the whole console, the screen and everything, be removed could reduce costs pretty dramatically and make it a more affordable version for people to be able to jump into and have that dedicated home console experience. Now, do I think they should still call it a Switch? No. I don't think they should have called the Switch Lite a Switch. It didn't switch. It was the don't switch. It was the portable only. But yeah, that's kind of where I land on it. Is I tend to agree with Sakura that the smarter decision, and again, I'm not a business analyst, this is just from my own personal experience of buying consoles, the smarter decision to get people to stay in your ecosystem and buy more stuff would be to make something that can be played on a TV rather than just a handheld only.
Wait a second. Do you think this is coming out this year?
That was going to be a follow-up question is, what's the time frame for this? And I don't. I think within the first year and a half of this console launching would be a gigantic mistake. It would be a huge mistake to divide it's at that point, like, you're just dividing you are giving an extra option, but sometimes options create choice paralyzation. And so, they're not gonna get it. I think within the first year and a half would be a gigantic mistake. I think, how long was it? It was over 2 years from the Switch Lite. From the Switch launch to when the Switch Lite came out. Switch Lite came out September 20th, 2019. It was 2.5 years at that point. I think the earliest that we see this would be, it came out in 2025. The earliest we see this is 2027. That's in my opinion. But we also had the model numbers well in advance for what was coming on the Nintendo Switch 2. And so it doesn't surprise me that this stuff is listed out there in the public, right? Like, people can see that. Like, that's fine. Like, they don't care. Like, they're not going to get anything leaked off of that. Nothing of substance. So I would expect 2027 at the earliest. Q2?
Yeah, I could see it being 2027, but I could also see it being before Pokemon Gen 10 this holiday. I don't think it would launch with Pokemon. I think it would launch before Pokemon would come out, and then Pokemon will get a special edition version.
Pretty much the way that the original Switch Lite launch went, it was released in September alongside Link's Awakening Remake, and then they did Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and the console got a special edition. The Switch Lite got a special edition Shining Pearl Brilliant Diamond version. So, I could see it, but if it's a dedicated home console, I don't see them doing a specialized version of that, right? If they go the home console route. If they do the handheld, yes. But it's not something I desperately need, and I don't think a majority of the marketplace need either. The console's continuing to sell like gangbusters, even though they said they were below projections, but they just crossed 4 million units sold already within the first 7 months of it being out, 8 months.
Yeah. Like I could see them wanting to do it like in 2027, even if it was like in the summer,
right? And that would be probably, and like I said, Q2 2027. A more affordable version of this as a summer release would kind of make sense. At the same time, summer is a hard time to sell stuff just in general. There is a gigantic summer sales slump. It just happens in our economy. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it. My real question at the end of the day, though, for you is if they're doing a Lite version of this console, or my idea of a dedicated home console that has no screen. Do you think, like, who is this for? Who do you think this is for? Is this for the bargain hunter? Is this for the people who are already established within Nintendo's ecosystem, or is this for trying to attract new customers at a more bargain rate to get people just into the ecosystem in general?
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like they could have been like, oh, people didn't get the Switch Lite because it was Switch Lite as much. It was like a good second system, system for the house. So if they release it sooner, they might see people that already bought a Switch starting to buy the Switch Lite, and then some people, especially with the way these like PC handhelds are taking off, if you can just buy just a straight portable. But I feel like it would have to be more than just $50 cheaper. I feel like. Well, I guess $350, right, would be $100 off.
It'd be $100 cheaper than the base Switch 2 price point without any kind of game bundled. So total lifetime sales of a Switch Lite is a little bit difficult to ascertain. What I'm seeing as of December 2024, they said 25.27 million units lifetime sold of a Nintendo Switch Lite, but I can't find anything with any more up-to-date stuff. They sold near 2 million units in its first 10 days, beating expectations. But again, 350 is so significant. Keyword Savior asks, would it be optimized for screen share? I would love to answer that. Can you elaborate what you mean on that? For the screenless set-top system, that's where I'm at with it. Is like I want a screenless set-top system more than another portable version of this console. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, I understand their approach. I don't think it's wrong for them to do a more affordable version. I just think $350 is still not that affordable. And it's really soon. It is. If they do it within this current year. And it might burn some people. If they found a way to make it cheaper to jump into, like me paying that $500 price tag to jump in on it at day one, not that I wouldn't have anyway, but I think there are some people who would be burned by that because they would have been like, I would have waited for the cheaper option if I'd known that was an option.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Ultimately, what I really want is not a Lite, not an OLED version of it either. Or, my apologies. Yeah, not an OLED version of it, but I want a bezel-less version of this console. That's what I feel like prefer.
The OLED will probably be the closest we'll get to the bezel-less, because the OLED got rid of quite a bit of the bezel.
OLED's problem is the way that they do their shaders is... I don't know if OLED would hold up to what they're doing with that console in the long term. Not for like burn-in or anything like that, because that's not really an actual issue. People talk about burn-in all the time. Like, you would have to leave that console on. Bob Wolf did an experiment for over 2 years and said, like, no, OLED doesn't burn in. Like, he's still got the console powered on. Even after a move, he just left it powered on, and it stayed powered on. And, like, it looks really bad now, but he's just trying to see how far he can push how bad it looks. But that's a non-issue. But it is the way that the screen flashes that I don't know if it would actually be able to display appropriately. So that's kind of where I land with it. I think they could do the panel that they currently have in it at a bezel-less form factor. I think a lot of the reason you get the bezel, though, is not because of the screen shape, but a whole lot more because the internals needing to be the size that they are and not getting a screen at the size to kind of be able to match that, because those, I mean, panels aren't necessarily easy to make. Sharp's their primary distributor for that. So I don't know. But whatever it is, I just think this year is way too soon. 10-inch Switch Go. God, no, I don't need a 10-inch. This thing is already huge. Like, it is already very big. I would argue that this feels bigger, but way lighter than my Steam Deck when I look at it. Keywork says whatever the cross-system ad hoc game sharing is. Oh, okay, yeah. Game share. Oh,
right.
So he was talking about, would it be optimized for game share? And I think most of the games still yet don't really support game share. There's a lot that do, and like, for instance, one game we're going to talk about tonight just got a free update. It now supports game share. But there's a lot of the games that just are not really doing that. So I think it's less a hardware thing supporting game share and more a publisher, developer, software side of thing not supporting game share.
What about a Switch 2 with no dock? Just it would just be a box that you like.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about, like the set top, like where there's no switch to come out of it. And it's just a box that goes on your.
It would be like.
That's what I ultimately want instead
of a GameCube. Yeah, it would be like a GameCube.
Give Steam a run for their money and bring back the Cube. But no, like that's ultimately what I want this to be. If they're going to do a more affordable option, make it a home console only, not a portable only. So, and I think you've kind of got something that in a lot of consumers' minds justifies a $350 price tag, because they're used to spending $350 on home consoles anyway. So
yeah, what would, like, if they were to do that, like the set top box, would it come with like Joy-Cons, and then would like you be able to still slide them into the box to just charge the controller so you can use them that way? Or would it,
the way I foresee it, what I think they would most likely do, legitimately, if they were to do this, I could see them essentially selling the box. It comes with a set of Joy-Cons, it does, but maybe they just give you cables that you snap into the charger ports that connects to the system. You just snap them into the controller ports instead of like actually magnetically attaching them to the system itself for charging. And then they sell you a dock that you could buy separately to charge your Joy-Cons, just sitting right beside of the cube. The imaginary cube that we're trying to bring in here. I could see them doing that before they let you like actually snap the Joy-Cons onto the side of the console. It'd be cool though, right? Like, is that something you would much prefer over what we're getting? Most likely.
Well, I don't know. My boys have Switch Lites, and they've only had Switch Lites. They don't want to like hook it up to the dock. They just like being able to have it on them. I mean, you could do that with the Switch anyway, but yeah, they like it that way. I'm not sure.
I like the Lite because I had better hand feel. I didn't feel like I needed to buy a grip to make it instantly more comfortable to play.
You weren't worried about Joy-Cons just snapping right off.
No.
Not that it's as much of an issue here.
Right. So that's kind of where we're at on it. Yeah. Nothing conclusive, but it is something neat to kind of talk about. That's the bit of the triple threat. What we're going to do is we're going to throw it over to a real quick break. When we get back, we're going to be diving into the fast forward, all the games that you should care about that are going to be coming out this week. and then a couple other topics. And we'll see you guys right after these short messages. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody, from that break. We're going to dive into the fast forward, talking about all the games that you need to be caring about. This is the segment of the show that Chris takes over.
I sure do.
Talked a whole lot tonight, so Chris, take it away.
Okay, so we've got quite a few games coming out this week. We're going to start with Forgive Me, Father 2. Please do forgive me, Father 2. Now, Forgive Me, Father 1, I don't know about you, but I like the way, like, it's got like a green, it's almost like a Game Boy sort of look to it.
Mm-hmm. I see where you're going with it. I don't pick up the vibe, but I see where you're going with it for sure.
Well, no, definitely the logo. It reminds me of what's the name of there was a space game where you ran around fighting.
It might be called Doom.
No, I can't remember it. There was like, and then they came out with a sequel, and it was like a Wild West. It was like a
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly the one you're talking about, and I suddenly can't think of it.
but it was in the space, right?
Yeah.
And it was something.
Just keep talking about this game. I'll find that one for you.
Yeah, but this one, it's kind of like. I mean, I hate to say it, but I feel like it's got that look like an arcade shooter, first person Doom like, Quake like, one of those. But it also has the HP Lovecraft feel to it. It's $29.99 coming out January 22nd for the Nintendo Switch One.
Weird West. Weird West was the game you were thinking of, I'm pretty sure. Similar vibe.
Yeah. Kind of. It's
Wild Bastards.
Like
That's another one.
That was what I was thinking of. Wild Bastards.
Thank you, Mnemonic Man.
Yeah, because that was the Wild West one. But then they also had the space one. But it kind of looks like that. Almost like the cel-shaded sort of look to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's January 21st. That's the only one that's like on the Switch this week. We've got...
Get that energy up. Come on now. We're hyping games. Come and get your games.
Exactly. We've got Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. The demo has already been out. Now, your save doesn't carry over from the demo, but if you play it, you get the special items from playing the demo, but it doesn't. You still have to start the demo over again, or start the game over. I thought they
said it carried over. I played it. I'm buying this day one, so like I will find out on Tuesday or Thursday how wrong I am.
Right, yeah. But no, yeah, it's Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, $39.99, January 21st. So you're getting it Thursday, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's this price, I forget when, I think it's until March, the end of March, I think, where it keeps that price, and
I'm
then
not really positive
because
they never said it. They never had it set as a sale price. They just had it set as its regular price, $39.99. There's also another version of this that you can buy too, though. You want to tell them about that one?
Oh yeah, that is the was that the deluxe edition?
It is called the limited early purchase edition of this game.
Yeah. That does, I think, come with Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
The PS1, I guess, re-release, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same software that you got with. I mean, if you went and bought the Final Fantasy VII on Switch, because you can buy all of the older ones as well right now. Anyway,
right, and it comes with that. But then, if you were to get this version physically, it also comes with a deck of magic cards, or a pack of magic cards, not a deck. But yeah, pack of magic cards.
I feel like you're missing out on if you don't do the physical now. Daggone it.
Right.
Well, I'm getting the digital. I'm going all digital this generation.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I've broke the cycle.
January 22nd. Then we also have Dynasty Warriors Origins. There's two versions of this. The regular for $59.99, another January 22nd, a lot of January 22nds, and then the digital deluxe, which is $79.99. 26.8 gigs is Dynasty Warriors.
Mm-hmm. As I like to call it, grass cutting simulator beginnings instead of Dynasty Warriors Origins. Just not my jam. I'm not a big Muso fan, but you know.
I feel like they kind of give me the same sort of like I don't know how to describe it.
It's busy work. It just feels like busy work. Like you're too strong. You're too dang strong. It's too much to do. It's just busy work.
This is the same sort of thing as like what's the Power Wash Simulator?
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd be down for that too.
Well, good news. That's on Switch too.
But then we just got a trailer out for a brand new update for Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, which brings us Dixie Kong. I didn't realize that she wasn't already in it.
Yeah, she's in Tropical Freeze. All you get in Donkey Kong Country Returns HD is Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. But yeah, you
when
get
I break the sleepies hit. Yeah, sorry.
It's what Dixie Kong Turbo Attack Mode, and then the Switch 2 features include enhanced visuals, faster load times, and game share.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting.
Also, I think it was a Brazilian language support.
A couple of languages, yeah.
For all those people out there that speak Brazilian and Portuguese. Not that there's a whole lot of like chit chat in here, but it is nice that you get some subtitles that kind of tell you, oh, there's jungle hijinks, but in Brazilian Portuguese. So, I don't know. Like when we reviewed this game back in January last year, I think it was January. The original release of this was. Like I was stoked to see it because I thought this was my favorite. This was one of my favorites, and all in all, I think I ended up giving it like a 73, 74. Like Tropical Freeze has so much higher highs than Donkey Kong Country Returns, but it's got much lower lows. But I think on law of averages, this game like had a more consistent experience. But Nolan says those enhanced visuals look identical. They do look pretty similar, but it also doesn't help that I'm not playing this video in 1080p because I'm streaming right now with you guys. So it's not helping anything. But I don't know, like it's exciting. It's enough for me to kind of want to dive back in and experience Dixie Kong. I think over in the Discord, which if you're not a member of and you're here on Twitch, you can just click the link and go and visit on the Discord. Nolan and I were kind of chit-chatting back and forth, and and he said, this almost makes this absolutely past game almost a buy by them adding Dixie Kong. I was like, that's just funny. That's so mean. We're going to dive into the game show segment of the show. In this segment of the show, Chris must guess a game that was released this week in Nintendo history, but maybe not this actual week. It could have been in 1989. It could have been in 2006. But Chris, the faster he guesses it, the more points he gets. I'm going to send you my camera, and you're going to tell me what's going on. And,
all right, let's do it.
Is it on there? Can you see me?
I got it.
Awesome. The faster he guesses, the more points he gets. Chris, are you ready, my good sir?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Game Boy.
What makes you think that?
Yeah, what is that?
What is that?
Is that Castlevania? No. Mario Land?
No, not
or Mario Land 2? No.
Not Wario Land 2.
What the heck? Wait, is that Kirby?
Not Kirby.
No. Wario? No.
20 seconds on the board. It's a
Mario.
Pokemon.
Mario Land 3?
It is indeed Super Mario Land 3 Wario Land. You got 17 points. Congratulations, my good sir.
That's my total. What's my total again?
That's like maybe 70. But game released January 21st, 1994 for the original Game Boy. It was a spin-off of the Mario series. Follows Wario, the antagonist of Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, as he travels around an island in an attempt to find the treasures necessary to purchase his very own castle. The player traverses through side-scrolling levels, avoiding obstacles and jumping between platforms while collecting coins and treasure in order to progress. Reception in it was actually really good. It was a top-selling Game Boy game in March and April of 1994. By 1997, 4 million units had been sold worldwide, and the game has sold 5.19 million units worldwide to date. Game rankings gave it an 81%. Electronic Gaming Monthly gave it a 7 out of 10. IGN a 7.9 out of 10. And Nintendo Life themselves giving it a 9 out of 10. Question for you. Have you played this game?
Yes.
What score would you give it?
40 out of 40.
It's really good. 40 out of 40. It's 100%. That's such a weird scale to be grading games on that. Oh my goodness.
What would you give it?
Legitimately, I think an 8 out of 10 is a good score for that game.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Really solid game.
It was really good.
Yeah, really solid game. Not best Nintendo game, but one of the gooderest ones. So, but I do love myself Wario Land, specifically that one and the Virtual Boy Wario Land a lot. And then they got into the pizza tower in this of it all, and you infiltrate and then you escape. And I just didn't really care for that gameplay as much.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Wario Land series, still good. WarioWare, also good. We're going to go to the extra Nintendo news segment, the final segment of the show. An Animal Crossing Village Green wallpaper has returned. You can get it for 50 platinum points. It's celebrating the Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch 2 edition. There's also an all-new My Nintendo Lego Animal Crossing Creative New Year sweepstakes available to enter. 10 platinum points per entry, max 5 entries. If selected, you could win the Creative Houses Seasons of Fun set, Blather's Museum, and Goldie's Cozy House sets. We all saw the price of Legos. That's actually a good monetary value if you win that. The Nintendo Switch Online calendar for 2026 has returned. So if you want to get the physical calendar that sits on your desk and it shows off a bunch of games that are available on Nintendo Switch Online, you could do so. Still 400 platinum points. NSO icons. We got ourselves 5 weeks of Mario Kart World icons coming in. New and returning icons can be seen during this time, and you can snag them. Wave 1's available now and will rotate on Sundays. We also got another wave of special Animal Crossing icons featuring Tom Nook, Cap'n, Lalani, Grams, and Layla available until February 2nd. And the monthly play and redeem icons, as a reminder, are Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones and Game & Watch Gallery 3 sets. Play corresponding games to claim them anytime during January. For Nintendo Music, we have another Zelda franchise coming to Nintendo Music with The Legend of Zelda, The Phantom Hourglass. 80 songs and an hour and a half of runtime for probably one of the worst Zeldas in the franchise. I hate having to use a touchscreen to move my character. At Sales and Deals, supercharge your collection. I won't. Supercharge your collection of games with the Supercharge sale, featuring deals on first-party Nintendo IP like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and Game Builder Garage, and a ton of amazing third-party games like Persona 5 Royal and Split Fiction, along with a ton more titles. This is a big deal. This is like a really good sale, huge discounts, and not only the digital titles, but also the physical versions of those are available right now. Sale continues until the 25th. For demos, a reminder of the Reanimal demo, scary game for the brave and courageous gamers out there. News highlights. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl both got compatibility updates for Switch 2 this week. Hi-Fi Rush got rated for the Switch once again. Maybe we'll actually see this one finally come to the platform. The live-action Zelda movie is apparently going to Netflix exclusively following its theatrical and digital releases. This is part of an ongoing deal between Sony Pictures and Netflix. As we know, Sony Pictures is distributing the live-action Zelda movie. And the My Mario lineup of toys added 3 Fisher-Price Little People playsets that you can pick up. The adult collectors out there are going to ruin a whole lot of babies' experiences. I'm just going to say that much. But I digress. Chris, where can they find you, my good sir?
You can find my link tree and then just kind of go from there. What about you?
You You can find me over at nerdxd.com or twitch.tv/nerdxd, where lately I've been just turning on my streaming and letting Twitch play Pokemon Yellow on it. But I'm going to be going live again tomorrow night with some Super Mario Galaxy 2. And then Thursday night doing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 with a few peeps from the Retroactive community Discord. So it'll be a good time. Remember, you can catch all of our previous episodes in video form over on YouTube at youtube.com/@the Nintendo Rewind. Visit our site for links to all of our social media garbage. And we are live every single Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Twitch and on YouTube. We love your faces. Remember to be kind. Please rewind. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.